YouTubers, Mike Martin's here with the Mike Martin channel. Thanks for joining me to be part of the channel and subscribing and sharing. Guys, I got Dr. Mysterio in the house, and he is here to make a difference. And say hi.
Hello, all YouTubers on Mike Martin's channel. I'm very glad to be back in Canada, finally.
And he's a regular caller on Mike in the Night, and he's been giving us some updates and kind of little tidbits of information that if you connect the dots, you'll see what he's trying to say. Okay, well, here it is. I got an article, a clipping from an article from Australia, and this is something that's very important that we need to cover because I think has to deal with the fabric of our economy, society, and how the outlook of our youth and the next following generations will be raised. What am I talking about? The brain drain. The brain drain. Victorians on the move. So you're probably saying, yeah, Mike, this is happening in Australia. But I've been preaching it for years. Vancouver, mass exodus, young families leaving. And we go into, wait for it. Edinburgh exodus, young families leaving big cities. This is from over 5 years ago because I haven't lived there for many years in Vancouver. Young families leaving, brain drain. But hold on, wait for it. Vancouver and Sydney, Australia, brain drain 4 years ago. Barely anyone. Mass exodus from your city, housing crisis. So this is a major issue because it actually deals with the fabric of who we are and what we are and what we're like, how we make up our cities or communities, how we connect with each other, and how we borrow sugar from our neighbor, and there isn't some sort of you don't get penalized for it. But nowadays everything's so different. What do you think, Mr. Mysterio?
As far as the separation goes with our neighbors, they're trying to get us to turn on our neighbors by reporting
them.
And nothing could be more wrong in an upside down world where our moral compasses are all so screwed up that we don't know whether we're up or down. The situation is going to rectify itself. And I've already talked to everybody here about the pending return. I've already talked about where we've fixed the point in time in the book of Revelations.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a Bible passage here that I'm going to share with everybody today that says that you can basically chill because everything is going to look after itself.
So we're winning.
Absolutely, we're winning. There's enough cracks in the matrix, man. Okay, that shows. I mean, just look, they still haven't nominated a replacement for Julie Payette, right, as the Governor General.
Mm-hmm.
The Queen will not reassign the duties assigned to Harry and Meghan and split them up into other.
All right, while you're looking for that, take your time. Yeah. So here it is. Victorians on the move. Victoria's brain drain has only just begun as an interstate recruiters headhunt disenchanted workers fleeing the stop-start economy and constant threat of COVID lockdown. So you know what's happening with the lockdowns in Australia? It's over-exuberant and it's way worse than we could ever fathom. Experts said Victorian professionals had always been targeted for candidate short job markets, but relocation had become easier to sell. Exclusive figures from job site Seek revealed that a portion of Victorians applying for interstate roles, increasing from 21% in 2018 to 27% in 2021. And that's why they've been locking down the borders in Australia, because of this massive mass exodus and the brain drain we've been talking about here on the channel. Are you ready, Dr. Mysterio?
Yes, absolutely.
Go ahead.
I am. There's a passage here that's Romans chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in doing so thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. That means that we're all working on the collective consciousness of the planet, and by keeping ourselves positive and keeping ourselves pacifistic, We know that the future has already been written. And that's what I've got for today, and that's my word for today, okay? The return is right around the corner, and we are almost virtually on top of it.
And now with people and professionals leaving, this is a major issue because, like you said, it's dividing or separating us. So the article goes on to say, over the past 6 months, Melbourne job seekers made up the biggest portion of the interstate applications. Adelaide 8.6%, and all of applicants, Sydney 7.7%, Brisbane 6.9%, and Perth 6.4%. Melbourne jobs were also the least likely to attract external talent, with only a quarter of applications coming from out of the city, compared to 2 out of every 5 applicants for Brisbane and Adelaide jobs. In South Australian recruiter Sullivan Consulting Managing Director Andrew Sullivan said they were definitely targeting people from Victoria. So people are leaving, one, because it's unaffordable. We've been talking about this mass exodus and young families not being able to get it into the markets. And you know what? When you can't get first-time home buyers or first-time home or fresh blood, so to say, in the markets, you don't have an economy. And that's why Australia has been so heavily dependent on bringing in more Chinese investors. Now with this whole COVID thing and all this shutdowns, they're going to have a really tough time with people shuffling around the country. They're going to have to continue this COVID thing. Canada needs to continue the COVID thing because, I don't know if you know, they're trying to get a snap election going, but Jamin Singh stood up against Trudeau and said, we're not having a snap election. They're trying to have a snap election in Canada because Canada's already ruled that Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, the in-person voting is dangerous because of all these strains that are coming. Then we got the New York Times reporting that there's no extra variant strains. They have no idea what the hell is going on. So you're getting a different mix of different. I think they want a snap election, so people that can't go in and vote will have to mail in their ballots, and basically is who counts the ballots and wins, and this will give the Liberals a majority government, because again, it doesn't matter who you vote for, who counts the ballots, right?
No, I absolutely refuse to believe that it's going to be a Liberal majority government.
No, if they do a snap election and you can't go in and vote in person, right, they're gonna pull in America.
Well, I've got 2 things to say to that I've already contacted my resistance sources in Ottawa and affiliates in Ottawa. And I've gotten the word out to Norm Traversy to go down and do a rush copyright job on the Canada Elections Act. Now, if he can get that copyright filed on the Canada Elections Act fast enough, then that means the government won't be able to alter it. And he already owns Bill C-71. That's why we keep hearing all this stuff about Trudeau doing the change. But the change hasn't actually come yet. Right? And the Queen is totally non-valid because the Rothschilds had the insemination rights to the royal family, thus invalidating their line because they were bastards since X point hundreds of years ago.
Okay, now tell us about what good news is coming out of Russia. They're no longer part of?
The good news that's coming out of Russia is that Vladimir Putin has declared himself, or Russia, completely devoid and gone from the influence of the Rothschild international banking cartel.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay? Which is absolutely unbelievable. Now, you also know that Lynn Wood, before he lost his Twitter account, was absolutely on fire, talking about the human and child trafficking issue. Like, he was rabid, man. He showed exactly what happens with the political system, how they ensure corruption. A politician is required to perform an undescribable act on this channel and have it filmed at gunpoint.
Whoa! Anyways, that's for another episode, guys. I'm going to continue talking with Dr. Mysterio here. I'll keep you guys in the loop here. Brain drain, it's happening, and mass exodus of families leaving. It's gonna leave a lot of cities. They're gonna have to flip the script. I don't know what they're gonna do now. I don't know what they're gonna do about paying for. He's apologizing. Don't apologize. This guy's hot. I don't know how cities are gonna flip their. They're gonna be paying their for their budgets. They have no money in the coffers, and the people that pay the taxes are leaving. This is a major issue. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'm going to continue talking here to Dr. Mysterio. Thanks for watching, guys.